Season 1 is over and some of you wanted to see how my battles look, so I'll just rumble my opinions about it while you can watch how overpowered the legacy spell swords are. I probably attacked everyone from the top 20 at some point during the season, but I didn't really record them all, and the ones shown here are in no particular order. This video is also quite late, but I felt the need for a holiday break. I think that this season was way better than Season 0. First of all, the duration. Just 2 weeks instead of over 5 was a very good length, and having the ticket reset at 8 hours instead of 6 made it way more bearable. It would have been super nice unless players would have come back to the strategy of waiting to fight in the last few minutes. The biggest change was probably the -1 rating for losing a defense. It really cleaned up the leaderboards and created a separation in ranking. The niche builds and weaker players have been farmed out of the top positions, and the ones that used to attack them had no choice but to fight behind for less points. This even allowed many good players that missed rounds to catch up and still finish where they belong. So I think that it worked quite well, and I consider the final rankings fair. Probably the biggest talk during this season was around the scores not resetting at the start of week 2. That was a programming error, but it gave us a couple of choices, none really perfect, but I consider that in the end the lesser evil was chosen. We just continued playing and the final ranks have been taken into account for week 2. Doubling the rewards for the first week would have been unfair for those that didn't play too much or at all in the first week, and for those that upgraded gear to rank better in the second part. Not paying anything at all or delaying the season wouldn't have made much sense either, since there will be a fresh season anyway at the end of January. Delaying it 1 week would have made the participation impossible for those that have days off away from the PC during the holidays. So I really think that it was a fair solution. I also felt like the second week was more relaxing for many players that had their position established. Since many knew that they can't really rank higher than their bracket, they took it easy and gave up max points for extra sleep. Only those that were around the bracket borders still had to fight late and hard to try to step into the upper range for the better rewards. If you look over the final standings, we will notice that most top 10 players use legacy swords. The 3 ridiculous heavy sword earth with spells are all there, and the rest use mostly the heavy sword with speed. But I'd say that they all have top gear all around, so it's not just about one item that makes the difference. I still liked the old crafting system more. Choosing your stats was way more interesting than just farming until you get a great success with everything. Overall, I feel like this season was a big improvement over the first. There have been quite a lot of connectivity and chain communications issues, but we also had the most daily active players and the largest number of active players in the arena ever, over 6k. I do like where this is heading, and I'm looking forward to the next season. That should be around the Lunar New Year, so in about 2 weeks, the competition will become stronger and stronger, and I'm happy to see players improving their builds and getting serious in the arena. Thanks for grinding with me, and see you next time.